Hey guys, it's Randy with Lowbuck LS here again, and in this episode we're going to get rid of our PCV valve system and install this catch can, and actually possibly two catch cans. I haven't decided yet. I've got two of them here anyways, so I'll flip the camera around and we'll get started. Alright, so like I said, we're going to delete the factory PCV system and install at least one of these catch cans. I've got a second one in the box here. If I don't use it, I'll just send it back to Amazon. But yeah, these are just cheap. They're 20 or 30 bucks on Amazon. But the reason we need to do this is because when you're making boost, this throttle body and manifold all gets pressurized, and boost pressure is coming back. This is a line that is connected to the valve cover and goes in just behind the throttle body. So normally this, let me think about how this works. When the engine is on vacuum, it's like pulling any vapors or anything out of the valve cover and into the throttle body. And then there's also a hose on, let me go to the other side here. This hose barb, right? I've already got this. Obviously, I got this plastic Vortec cover off so you can see what's going on there. But that hose barb right there, there's this hose here, which I don't know if you can see right there. It connects to the valve cover, and I think that's the PCV valve. Or on some of these Chevys, I think it's just like a drilled orifice or something. But anyways, the problem that happens is when you're making boost, instead of there being a vacuum that draws vapors and stuff out of the valve cover, boost goes this way and pressurizes the valve cover and the crankcase. And that has actually, when I've turned up the boost, it's actually caused oil to blow out of my dipstick, and it might even be blowing out of where the dipstick tube goes into the engine block. There's like an O-ring there. But basically the engine gets pressurized with boost, and it's caused an oil, I don't know if you can see that frame rail down there is kind of wet with oil. And I think that's mainly, you can even see a bit of oil in those cracks on the dipstick tube there, but that's because boost is coming this way and pressurizing the crankcase. So in order to get around that, I'm going to disconnect the hose here and the hose up there and just cap off these two ports. I've got, let me go into the garage here. I've got these, let me go out where it's light again by the truck. Say hi, Tucker. Yeah, these Dorman 3/8 vacuum caps. So part number is 47395. So basically I'm going to pull this hose off here, put one of these vacuum caps on there with a hose clamp, and that'll seal off so boost pressure won't be able to escape there. And then I'll do the same thing on that hose connection there. Just pull the hose off and put one of them vacuum caps with a hose clamp to seal off that connection. And then we'll get rid of this hose here and basically run that where it's connected to the valve cover. I don't know if you can see that very well in there. But we'll basically run it to one of these catch cans. And I was gonna do one catch can on either bank of the engine, like one from each valve cover, but I'm not, there's really not much room over here to mount a catch can, so I might just do the one on this side and then put, I don't know, maybe one of these breathers or something just on where the PCV valve is on the driver's side. So yeah, that's what we'll do for now, is disconnect these hoses and get those vacuum caps put on. Okay, so I got that vacuum cap put on the hose barb that goes into the throttle body there, a hose clamp on it, and same with that one that goes to the middle of the top of the intake manifold there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got one of them vacuum caps on, and that hose that goes down to the PCV, or the top of the valve cover, is disconnected here, and same with this hose here, it's disconnected. So I think on this one, I think I'm just gonna pull that hose off and put the breather from this other catch can here, put that breather on that hose barb where is it here? Right there, you can see where the hose connects to the engine there. So I'm just gonna put one of these breathers. I think this is a 1/2 inch hole though, and that hose barb is like 3/8, so I'm gonna put a piece of this 3/8 hose. Just happens to fit right inside that. Okay, so I got this hose out of here, and like I said, that is a, again, hard to see, but that's a 3/8 connection there, and that breather is a 1/2 inch. So basically I just cut a small section of 3/8 hose. I'm gonna slide it over top of that hose barb right there, and then just slide that breather on and clamp it on with a hose clamp. Okay, and there you can see I've got that breather installed on the back of the driver's side valve cover. So now we will move over to the passenger side and get that catch can mounted. So I think I'm just gonna mount this catch can down on the firewall here beside my intercooler reservoir here. So we'll get that mounted up, and then we'll run a hose from where this hose hooks up to the valve cover to that port on the catch can that says in, and then we're not going to use the one that says out. We're just going to put breather on the top there. So we'll get this mounted up to the firewall here. Okay, it's been a bit of a hassle to mount this catch can here. I ended up having to take the bracket off of this catch can and drill a couple holes in the firewall, and then put this self-tapping screw in there. So otherwise I wouldn't be able to get it in if I bolted this bracket back on and then bolt the bracket on. So now I'll have to get a little wrench to tighten up that self-tapping screw right there, but should have this thing mounted there shortly. Okay, so I got the top of that catch can bolted to the firewall now, and I've got this hose taken off of here. If you look down in there, you can see that hose barb. So basically I'm going to take this 3/8 hose that came with the catch can and put it on to that hose barb, and then run the other end over to that inlet port on the catch can. Okay, so we got that hose hooked up between, you can see that hose clamp in there. That's the hose barb where the old hose that used to connect up there connected to. So now that runs to this catch can. We got the reservoir put back on the catch can. There's actually a little dipstick here that you can check for oil in it without having to thread the reservoir off. We got the breather put back on. So I think we're pretty well done. Protect cover put back on. We got the breather put in on the other valve cover. So I think that's going to wrap it up for our PCV delete and catch can install. So that'll solve, now boost won't be going back into the crankcase, and with it plumbed in the old way, I noticed some blue smoke coming out of the exhaust when after I'd be making boost, and when I'd let off there'd be a puff of blue smoke. So I'm hoping this will solve that issue. So that's going to be it for this one. It's getting stormy and windy out here, so probably won't even hear this all that well, wind noise, but that's going to be it for this one. Next video we're going to do tuning now that we're able to turn up the boost with that boost gauge and boost controller I installed. We've got to go back in and do some tuning on our V8 table in HP tuners, so that'll be what's coming up next. And then we're gonna have to start looking into some transmission upgrades here. So that's all for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.